In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use Adobe Creative Cloud Libraries. So first of all, what is an Adobe Creative Cloud Library? I'd like you to think of this as a place where you can put elements, colors, etc., anything that you're going to be using throughout multiple files or different Adobe Creative Cloud programs. So let me show you some examples of how this works, and then I'll show you how to create your own. So I'm here in Adobe Illustrator. It's my favorite program for invitation design, and I have my beautiful envelope design here. Now, something that I use a lot is I'm ordering envelopes, wax seals, ribbons, etc. from the same places a lot. So I'm often using the same colors. And whenever I create an envelope color in a mockup, I have a few options. I can go to the manufacturer's website, grab a picture of the envelope, use the eyedropper tool. I can go into my color palette here and try to pick a color that's relatively close to the envelope I want. I have a few different options, but all of these are going to be less accurate and take a lot more time. So another option I have is to go into my libraries. If you go into Window and click on Libraries, it will open up your Libraries panel. And in this library, this is called the Stationery CC library. It's one I created for wedding invitation designers of all sorts. It's got die cut shapes, wax seal and ribbon colors, and then also this paper colors section. And you can see there's all these different vendors. So if I click on the one that I want, which is called Color Plan, I'm looking for the Color Plan mid-green color. So I can just click on it right here, and it's gonna change that envelope to a more accurate mid-green, and it's gonna work a lot faster too. Now, if I know I wanna use mid-green, I can just search all my libraries. I can just click on mid-green, and anything named mid-green is going to show up. So this library in particular is great for stationery designers because you can grab the colors that you need in your designs. You also might be able to explore some vendors that you've never used before, and you can remind yourself, like if you're going through a wax seal, you can say, oh gosh, what color does Artistair carry? Do they still carry like a dusty blue? You can click on Artistair and scroll through to see that yes, they do in fact carry this dusty blue. So then you can pull that exact dusty blue directly into your document. The cool thing about these libraries is they work in every file. So every file I open will have access to this library. They also work in every program. So here I am in Photoshop where I create my mockups, and I can very easily just turn this belly band from orange to the same mid-green by using that same library. Now, if you want to learn how to use all of these programs interconnectedly for wedding invitation design, check out the Creative Cloud bundle that I'll link in the description for you. It teaches you how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign all seamlessly together for wedding invitation design. So these libraries will be available in InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, and any other of the Adobe Creative Cloud programs. It's not only going to be colors as well. So you can see in here we have die cut shapes, and you can expand any of these vendors to see what they have. So for instance, if we go down into the print swell templates and we go into our A7 templates, we can grab like the A7 oval, and this is the exact guideline for their die line. And this is an editable stroke, so you can make the stroke whatever color size you want. You can make a clipping mask with it to show your clients on your mockups. You can do anything that you want with it. For instance, here is our invitation design. And if I grab this, I can make a clipping mask to the exact shape of the die cut oval that print swell carries. So when I'm creating an envelope liner, any sort of shape, I'm gonna go into this die cut shapes library and find the templates and die lines that I need. This makes designing so much faster, and you don't have to reach out to the vendor and say, hey, I need your die cut templates again, or find them in your downloads folder for the 57th time. They're just right here in this library. I will link this library in the description if you're a wedding invitation designer, but you can also create your own. So here I'm in InDesign, and I've opened my Design by Leany 2025 library. And you can see that I have a few different things in here. So we have our branding colors, we have logos. So I can pull these out as PNGs or vectors. We have icons, which is a bunch of just hand-drawn icons that I use in my branding, for instance, circles, stars, hearts, etc. And then we have what we call these hollow backgrounds, and these are things that I use a lot in my branding, and I can just grab them and drag them out here into InDesign. I can also do the same thing in Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. So the first place I would start with libraries is creating one for all of your branding elements, logos, colors, etc., because it is just so helpful and you can open it in any Adobe Creative Cloud program. So how do you create a library? It's actually very simple. We have these color palettes and this kind of weird flower element that I created. You go into your libraries panel, which again is window libraries, if it's not over here. You can click create new library, name it, and then any artwork you want to add, you can pretty much just drag it in there. Swatches are a little bit different. So I have these 5 swatches and I'll go into my swatch panel. Click on this little hamburger item, and I'm gonna click add selected colors. So we need all 5 of these colors as actual swatches before we can add them to our library. Now I'm just gonna select those 5, and if you click this one, it's add selected swatches and color groups to my current library. So I'll just click on that, and then all 5 of them are added to my library. Now I can rename them. So I can title this one like ivory, this one mint, etc. Can title this artwork as flower, however you want your library to look. You can also create subgroups, just right click and do new group from element. And this group is purples. And then you can actually drag other elements into that group. And then you have non-grouped, or you can group them as well. Groups you can then collapse and move around as needed. And you can also see and edit your libraries in your Creative Cloud desktop app. This is not something I do too much, but sometimes it's easier to move things around. Again, here is our new library. It automatically updated here. I could move things around in here, and then it would automatically update in all of our other library sections as well. And lastly, you can import or export your library. You can also invite people to share your library as well. You can get a link. That's how we share our Stationery CC library. So there's a lot of great options. You can collaborate on these if someone else is working in your Creative Cloud subscription or is working on your branding. You can always share your brand library directly with them. Libraries are so helpful for using elements amongst files and amongst different Creative Cloud programs. I absolutely love these. I think they're so incredibly helpful, whether you just have a brand library or you have new ones for every single client with all their colors, fonts, etc. You can do so much when it comes to Creative Cloud libraries. Let me know what you think of the Adobe Creative Cloud libraries and what questions you have. I'll link our Creative Cloud bundle where you can learn to use InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop for wedding invitation design, and our Stationer's Creative Cloud library that we created with all of the popular brands for stationers already in it. Those resources are so helpful if you're also a wedding invitation designer. Thanks, everyone.